Hello everyone and welcome to this morning's video. I am cooking on an open fire, which of course you're going to be seeing that in my evening videos, but I wanted to show you today a little bit what has been inspiring me and just really motivating me. I have the wash on the line. I just made homemade candles. I have some corn. I'm cooking some corn. I'm cooking some apple crisp and sweet potatoes for lunch. I'm doing all of these things, and what inspires me is Laura Ingalls Wilder. And I wanted to show you some of the books today that I have been reading and I've been really spending a lot of time with, learning ideas on just a slow pace of living. All right, so this is what I call an unedited video. In other words, I'm just gonna turn the camera on and film for all of you and turn the camera off, and there's no editing involved in it. So here is the writings of a young woman, Laura Ingalls Wilder, and this is just a little bit about what her life looked like. This is how her home looked, and these are more when she was an older woman. Actually, not all. It talks about the hard winter of February of 1917, but this is all of her writings from the very beginning of the Little House on Prairie series, then the whole way up to her older years. It explains how their house was and how they lived, and I'm mimicking that, and I'm mimicking like the Amish way of living, and I'm sharing with you how that is giving such peace into my life. I know, I live in a neighborhood, a very old neighborhood, and my home is transported back into time. Another book that I really like, and this is a newer book, this is the Little House Cookbook, and what I love about this one is it has all the classic recipes from Little House on the Prairie with the modern photographs, and this here is so beautiful. Little House on the Mountain, a friend of mine, Elia, she shared about this book, and I absolutely loved it, and I had to buy it. So this is what I bought this month with my extra income that I had. The Long Winter Bread, and I'm going to be cooking a lot in this cookbook and just transporting you to a different time and to a different place. These are the kind of videos that I love to make, and I hope that you enjoy them as well. At the moment I have to go and check my stove to make sure my oven is, make sure the temperature is right, or I'll have to put another log in. But here is Little House on the Prairie, and this one of course is the cookbook like this one, but it does not have any modern pictures in it. It just has the regular pictures, which is really nice. They're the black and white, and they come from the book. So this one here is one that you can pick up used just about anywhere. And then we have the Little House on the Prairie. This one is a gem. I absolutely love this one because it's a children's book, but it shows you deep into detail how they lived, along with the music, with the songs, with crafts, with meals. This is just really unique. I love children's books because they're so easy to understand. They're beautiful illustrations, and this is another book that I absolutely love. Laura's Album, another children's book, but it's beautiful illustrations in it, and it has the real photographs of Paul Ingalls and all of the Ingalls family. So this one here has real photographs and just real illustrations of what it was like in the 1890s to the 1900s. And I love this with the real photographs. So it's almost like a scrapbook, and that is this one. Moving right along, we have The World of Laura Ingalls Wilder. Now this one here is also with real photographs, a lot of history in it, and a lot of recipes, just basically what she made, how her life was like, a little bit behind the scenes. So I like this one as well. That is the books that I love that have to do with Laura Ingalls Wilder. But there's a favorite book of mine that's my ultimate favorite, and it's a children's book. It's called Cracked Corn and Snow Ice Cream. And this is the only book that I know of that's like this. It goes month by month. And here we have the month of October. So this is the month of October, and it has every different dates that were important in history. And a good farm should be as neat as a lady's parlor. Before the ground freezes, plow the land you plan to cultivate next spring. If the ground is left rough, frost can more easily break up the soil into fine powder. Let your hogs harvest the chestnut, acorns, and beech nuts on the forest floor. There will be a demand for good turkeys if you plan to raise turkeys for the coming year. Take special care of your young birds. So this comes from the Farmer's Almanac in the 1800s, but it's really interesting, all of the different things. The largest pumpkin on record weighed 827 pounds. Can you imagine all the pumpkin pies that would create? So, and then it goes into worth knowing, worth cooking, weather-wise, the voices of our past, and it's just absolutely amazing, and it's every single month of the year. So in October, it's really interesting, all of the things that they talk about. If a prairie dog piles dirt around the entrance of the burrows, expect a downpour. You know, nature teaches us and shows us different things about a way of living. William Penn was born in 1644 on October the 14th, the Quaker leader and the founder of the colony of Pennsylvania. And I really love William Penn's writings. It's so inspiring. October the 2nd was Guardian Angels Day. On October the 3rd, Black Hawk, warrior and chief who tried to confederate Indian tribes in a war against the American. He died in 1838. And of course we have Halloween. Comanche Chief Ten Bears gives a speech about reservation life in 1867. On October 16th, I was born upon the prairie where the winds blew free and there was nothing to break the light of the sun. I want to die there and not within the walls. Very interesting. Pick your winter apples before they become too ripe. A good fruit should be handled carefully. Keep apples in a cool cellar, but do not allow them to freeze. Your fruit cellar may be a cave or a room dug into a hill. So in other words, what they're saying is if you have a bruised apple, one apple, what does it say? One rotten apple spoils the bunch. So this is my ultimate favorite book, and I really want to thank you guys for just watching this morning's video, and then I will have a video for you in the evening, and I can't wait to share with you again what I'm working on. It's always something different. Bye guys.